Bank Negara Malaysia has given RHB Bank the go-ahead to start negotiations for the proposed disposal of its general insurance unit to Singapore-based Tokio Marine Asia. The lender is looking to dispose of up to 94.7% stake in RHB Insurance. It has 6 months to conclude the talks. RHB Bank says, pursuant to the Financial Services Act 2013, they will have to get the prior approval of the Minister of Finance, Lim Guan Eng, with the recommendation of the Central Bank before entering into any definitive agreement. Once the agreement is executed, RHB Bank says it will make a detailed announcement. Trading in RHB Bank shares resumed this afternoon after being suspended pending the announcement. The counter closed 1.1% higher at RM5.50. Former AmBank relationship manager Joanna Yu may have used 55,000 ringgit of her own money to cover an overdraft in one of Datuk Sri Najib Razak's personal accounts to avoid a cheque from bouncing. Under cross-examination by the defence, Yu revealed that she was often told by Loh Teck Jo to refer to either his secretary Josie or his associate Kee Kok Thiam for funds whenever the accounts were overdrawn. On September 29, 2014, an 80,000 ringgit cheque was issued to the account of tycoon and Titi Jaya Land founder Tan Sri Lim Soon Peng, causing the account to go into an overdraft of 55,000 ringgit. Based on the BlackBerry Messenger chat logs retrieved from Yu's phone, the banker attempted to contact both Kee and Josie, who were unavailable at the time. According to the chat logs, Yu then said she may need to help fund first if she could not get the necessary funds before the cut-off time. As 55,000 ringgit was banked in that day, Najib's lawyer Harvinderjit Singh suggested that the funds were in fact from Yu. He also pointed to an exchange between Yu and Josie the next day, in which the banker had thanked Jolo's secretary for repaying her. In response, Yu said that may have been the case. There is no review of the government's proposal to take over 4 Klang Valley highways, says a source familiar with the matter. The status of the takeover has not changed, the source told theedgemarkets.com, following a news report that the plan to acquire the 4 highways had been put on hold pending a review of the takeover price. Describing the report by Singapore's The Straits Times as slanted with an agenda, the source said the Finance Ministry is in fact in the process of submitting a cabinet paper for the final approval. When contacted, a representative of Gamuda, which is linked to the concessionaires of the highways, said that as of now, the group has not received any updates from Putrajaya concerning the proposed takeover. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister's office, when contacted, merely emphasised the decision to take over the highways was subject to cabinet approval. Lotte Chemical Titan Holding saw earnings stumble for a 4th straight quarter as falling product selling prices squeezed margins. The polyolefin producer was also hurt by higher distribution expenses, lower forex gain and share of loss from associates. Second quarter net profit fell by 66.7% to 104.9 million ringgit, while revenue dipped 6.5% to 2.1 billion ringgit. This dragged down the group's first half net profit by 71.3% to 160.7 million ringgit and revenue by 4.3% to 4.3 billion ringgit. Going forward, LCT warns that its results for the full financial year ending December 31st, 2019 are expected to be primarily influenced by the demand and supply balance of petrochemical products, its ability to maximize production outputs and operational efficiency, as well as the movement of feedstock prices. Still, it expects emerging markets and Asia, its key sales market, to sustain their growth momentum for the remainder of 2019. FGV Holdings' indirect subsidiary FGV Palm Industries plans to collaborate with 2 other companies to produce biogas from wastewater generated by palm oil milling activities. FGV Palm Industries signed an MOU with Sime Darby Energy Solutions and Biotech Dynamic. The collaboration will involve the potential development of 35 brownfield and greenfield sites owned by the FGV units over an agreed timeframe to produce biocompressed natural gas. FGV Group CEO Datuk Haris Fadzila Hassan says FGV Palm Industries will provide the mill sites, biogas and/or palm oil mill effluent supplies and coordinate the project to ensure a timely rollout. He adds that the move makes commercial sense as FGV further expands into renewable energy.